Yes, I just started recording.
Wow, I'm fluffing my hair.
Hey, what's going on? Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna introduce my guest. And before I introduce my guest, this is your best friend, your new best friend, G. And we're here to talk about why do you hate me and you want to be my friend, right? And that's part two. So let me introduce my guest, and she is the person that we spoke about in previous videos. And look at that beautiful smile. Look at that. So introduce yourself.
Hello. So, my name is Midgie Solomon. Yeah, like he said, he gave me a shout out last video, so that's why I'm on this video. So thanks for the shout out. But yeah, I'm here today to tell my story on why you hate me, but you still befriend me. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So how me and Midgie knew each other. Me is it's funny at the same time because I mean, you can see she's a beautiful young woman, and it's like she has these unique features, right? And I was just telling you before, you should be a model, right? So
Yeah.
I was talking. I remember when she first came in. I had my Haitian flag. Shout out to all the Haitians, right? We both Haitians, right? So she was just, she's always had the nice, pleasant smile, say hi, you know what I mean? And I was like, this girl is so nice. So I introduced myself. I said, she told me her name and everything, right? And I told her, where are you from? And she said, where do you say you were from?
Okay, so like
Uh,
in America or in Haiti? Because I'm not really American. I'm only American by paper. Like I'm not really from this land. So
shit,
like
okay.
where I'm really from, I'm from Port-au-Prince, Dama in Haiti.
Okay.
I came out here when I was 4, but I tell
Okay.
people I'm from Brockton, Massachusetts, because that's where I was raised. To be honest, like that's where my childhood relies.
Okay. Okay. But what I'm trying to get my, the subscribers, my future subscribers to know when they see these videos, they could see, like, especially too, you're gonna have your information, right? You're gonna have your information, and also Miji is a business owner, a college graduate, and what else? Am I leaving anything else out?
No, that's it.
So I'm just
That
saying,
is it.
killing the game, so I have to represent. You know what I mean? You have to represent. So what I'm trying to, I'm just letting people, my subscribers, the viewers, know more about you and how we came about, how we met, and basically we're gonna dive into the conversation in just a few minutes. But as we were saying that, she said she was, she said she was Haitian. So I'm like, girl, you're gonna make me speak English, and we could, you know what I mean? It's like it was nothing but love ever since then. And how we got into the conversation, which was a week ago, man, it kind of touched me because we politic all the time. Me and Media, we politic all the time. But this particular stuff right here is just that this is every day. People are getting. It's insane how people in today's world, right? People just want to be friends with you, but there's a lot of hate. They want to be friends with you, and they come into your life just so they could destroy you. So do you want to begin? Talk about what happened, or you want me to get into it? Like, what's up? You let me know, girl.
I can get into it because I'll just start if you want me to start. But basically, um what we're talking about is like having friends that you
Mm-hmm.
think are your real close friends come to find out that they don't really like you. Like that's literally what I went through. Like I had these two girls. They were
Mm-hmm.
friends with me, and
Mm-hmm.
I had originally known them because we went to the same church. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we go to the same church, and I'm like, okay, like, hey, but we weren't really friends while we went to the church. I got
Mm-hmm.
accepted to a college, and then one of the girls was like reached out to me and was like, "Oh my gosh, Midgie, like you're going to this school," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And she's like, "Oh my god, I'm going there too. Like we should like link up, talk, do things." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down for it," because like she goes to my church. It's automatic trust, and like I know her parents, stuff like that. So Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She already had a best friend, and that best friend goes to the same church, literally. And I knew her too. Like, same thing though. Like, I wasn't friends with her at church. But
Mm-hmm.
I go to this college, this school first year, and I'm really like I started to get close to this girl a little bit. Like, we're vibing, da 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 da. First year, I started to realize a little things, but like a little red flags, but like I had put it behind my head because like I'm like I'm
Yeah,
in
it's
I'm
always
in college. Like we got to see each
it's.
other for like 4
Mm-hmm.
years, and I'm like it's probably nothing serious. Like like I know this girl, so I'm literally pushing it back to the back of my head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sophomore year comes, her best friend comes to the school as well. Her
Mm-hmm.
best friend transferred. So I automatically became friends with the other girl through the
Mm-hmm.
the, the first girl. Should I give them like names? Like
No,
fake
no, no,
names?
no.
Like
No, don't.
aliases?
You can say friend number one, friend number two, but we don't want to put
Okay.
their names up there in
No,
case
I don't.
for
I
you,
don't.
So. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so friend number two, I started to become friends with her because of friend number one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so we're chilling, everything's fine, vibing, everyone's laughing, we have the same humor. Me and friend one have the
Mm-hmm.
same humor, like, it's
All right.
literally like it's okay. Like everything is fine. Then the other girl, like I started to get like close to her like a little bit, like little by little. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that year, my sophomore year, was the year I realized like damn, I gotta start walking around eggshells. Like I gotta start walking
Mm.
on eggshells around this girl. Like
So,
defensive
so
so quick. Go ahead. Yeah.
it's good. So the question was, like you said, you started walking on eggshells.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you have to start walking on eggshells? What happened? Like, what made her make you? What made you feel like that?
Well, for one, this girl is incredibly defensive.
Mm.
Incredibly defensive. You could say any little thing and like she has a witty remark, and then it's just like damn, like do you like go to sleep thinking of these remarks? Like do you premeditate these remarks? Like why are they
Mm.
so fresh and quick to come out of your mouth? Like is this something
Mm.
that like you always wanted to say?
Mm.
That's how it made me
No.
feel.
Question,
Yeah.
because we had to put it down because some people could be like, oh, maybe you said something messed up, maybe you did something a certain way. Like, what did you say
um
anything in particular to make her feel this type of way?
I can say for certain that
Mm-hmm.
like her and I definitely got into it. Yes, like there are times where like yes, I definitely pissed the girl off. Friend one.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mind you, I'm only talking about friend one because friend one and I are the only ones that butt head. Friend two and
Okay.
I, nothing. Like I've never had any confrontation with her. Like she's never confronted me. Like nothing. But like all of this I'm talking about is about friend
Right.
one. So basically,
Right. Right.
I definitely did some like foo lame crap with her, but in the sense of
Mm-hmm.
in the sense of like how do I
Mm-hmm.
how do I say this? Like there are things that she would tell me. Okay, yeah, this is where I messed up. Like I can take accountability for that like 100%. There are things that she would tell me and I would run
Mm-hmm.
back and tell my sisters. I'd be like,
Uh,
yo, like Shorty told me this, and that, da,
uh,
da, da, da. And then my sisters are like, wow. Mind you, though, my sisters are really young, no friends. Who are they going to talk to? They're like
mm-hmm.
my people to talk to, like my like diary a little bit because like a lot of things be happening in my life and I be wanting to tell them. But I know me telling them won't get out anywhere because who they going to tell?
So, how did they find out that you were telling your sisters this? Like, how did it get back to her that you were telling your sisters?
Um, I I said it. My mouth. I said it.
And
I
how
was
did
like,
you?
oh my God, like I told my sister this, and that, and they think this, and that. And she's like, well, why did you tell your sisters? And I'm just like,
Wow. Okay.
and not
Okay.
even just that. Like there are times like she would tell me something, and within the friend group, I'd be like, bro, did Shorty tell you this, and that? And then it's
Okay.
either like they say yes or they say no. And then if they say no, that's when I'm like, damn, I have to
Okay.
dip
So.
out. Yeah. So like there
Okay.
are times where I did
Yeah.
leak some information that was supposed to stay between her and I. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
However, I will not take accountability for that 100% because at the end of the day, if someone confides in you and you choose to go tell someone else, that's on you. Okay? Someone told
Mm-hmm.
you something and you went and confided in me and you went to go tell me after that person told you not to tell it. Girl, we're practically the same. Because that
Okay.
person
So.
told you not to tell anybody, you ended up telling me, and I go run to my sisters to tell them. Not that I'm gonna go like shout it out to the whole world and be like, oh yo, like what clout do I have? What clout
Okay.
do I have? I have no clout, nobody. So like
Yeah.
for me to like
Was it secret? Was it a secret that she? It was secrets
no, it
though.
wasn't like secret. It was like little gossip stuff. Like little gossip
Okay.
things that would like get out. Well, it wasn't like
Okay.
out. When I say get out, I don't mean like to like the public or whatever. It was just literally to our friend group. And it'd be
Okay.
like, bro, like she would know that it was me because she'd be like, bro, I didn't tell anybody this but you. And I'm just like, so
Okay.
yes, I take accountability for that. Yes, I
Okay.
do run
Okay.
back. I did run back and talk to my sisters
Gotcha.
and my friends when it came to like little gossip things, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
like that's why I stopped gossiping now because I generally feel
Okay.
like I can't keep a
So.
secret. Like I can't
So.
like if you're telling me something juicy, I'm about to like someone's getting called and I'm telling like my mouth is that's why I don't gossip anymore. Like I can't do it.
Okay. So it was a lesson.
Cause
It was a lesson.
yeah, definitely it was a lesson for me. Definitely. But
Mm-hmm.
within that lesson, I also learned that I'm not like, yeah, I take accountability for my part. At the end of the
Right. Right.
day, she still did her foo-foo lame crap because she still told me when she wasn't supposed to tell anybody or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was still told, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta hold yourself accountable too. Like, you are the one that was flapping your lips
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm. Okay.
me, knowing
Okay.
that it was supposed to be a secret.
Okay, cool, cool. So we're gonna shift this off. You know, we're not gonna get too much into. So now we know why it escalated to that. But
That was freshman and sophomore year, yes.
freshman and sophomore year. Okay, cool. So now that we know that, okay, what happened, and you apologize. I assume that you apologized to her and you let her know, hey.
Yeah, I always apologize. If I'm wrong, I always apologize, even though like sometimes my apologies be coming off like a little wrong. Like I've learned to apologize better throughout the days, throughout
Okay.
the years. But
Right.
if I know that I'm wrong, and like I said, I don't like awkwardness. I don't
Okay.
like tension. So it's just
Right.
like, bro, I just want to squash it and move on. And
Okay.
that's the situation with her. Like I did
Mm-hmm.
always apologize because I don't like the awkwardness. I don't like having to like walk around eggshells or having to like not be around her because like we're beefing or something like that. I don't like that. So like
Okay.
I do
Okay.
always try to apologize like
So
there.
cool. So after that situation, right?
Yes.
After that situation, you guys were cool. Now we don't want to dig too deep because you already broke it down and it made sense. Okay, cool. You know, you did say something, and you did. She felt like you told too much, and she
Yeah.
felt okay, cool, and you took accountability and you learned your lesson. And
Yeah.
as you mentioned that, she knows how you are. She knows. Okay, cool. You know, you said sorry, cool. So after that situation, and you were saying before that she gets offensive for every little thing you do.
Every little thing. Like in the case of like let's say like we're going out, we'll go to
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's or something.
Mm-hmm.
And in my school, there's a parking lot where like the parking spots are so freaking tight, so tight. But it's enough to fit a car, but it's
Gotcha.
tight. So we'd go to
Mm-hmm.
like McDonald's or something, and then we'd come back, and then
Mm-hmm.
trying to make a parking like pop like reverse parking,
Yeah,
and
got
then
you.
And then I would make a comment like, wow, it's really tight. Like, you think you got this? And then she would finish the parking. And then I remember this one time, like she turned, like this one time, like she turned to me and then she was like, I'm not you. I know how to drive. Bro, I took
Oh
that
shit.
L. I took that L. I'm like, bro, I'm not fighting about driving. I'm not arguing about driving. Like, girl, are you serious? I only asked you like if you got it. And she really felt the need to be like, I'm not you. I know how to drive. Oh, whoa. Someone needs to give this girl a medal. Please, please. Because that did like that. When I tell you that did not make sense to me, I'm like, oh,
Gotcha.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And like other instances where like you would make like a comment and then she would just come back like with attitude, like 10 times harder. Like, let me see if I can think of another like example would be
Mm-hmm.
like another example would be like, oh, okay, this girl was incredibly needy.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be like, yo, can you do this for me? And me being like a
Mm-hmm.
friend, like,
Right.
yeah, you know?
Yeah,
And
no
then you come
problem.
back to give her what she had asked you to do. And it's like, this is the reaction. What is this? This is not how I told you to do it. This is not how it should.
Oh shit.
Are you
Wow.
paying
Wow.
me? Are you paying me for protection? You want
Mm-hmm.
it that way, you do it. You asked me to do it. I did it in the way,
Mm-hmm.
like with everything that you asked me to do. However, just because it doesn't look appeasing to you or like the way that you do it, you should
Right.
quit
Right.
that from the get go. You're
Got
not
you. Got
paying me.
you.
This is
Mm-hmm.
free.
So.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like little petty stuff like that, and it wasn't like it was just like once. It was like all the time. Like it was a lot of petty stuff like all the time. And like me, like I'm not really into like that pettiness like that.
Right.
So
Right.
like I think that stuff gives me like anxiety. That stuff is like bro, why am I dealing with this? Like what is this? What is this? Oh, my cat is
Yeah. I seen the cat. I was in the room with the girl. I seen he's hiding from me and everything.
shout out to Cleo.
Shout out to Cleo.
But
So before you, okay, cool. Now we know that it was like some petty stuff going on, right? So during that time, were you petty with her, or you just cool with her? Like, what energy were you giving her back? Was it the same energy you gave back, or did you like kind of like you
it
just?
would be like 80% me not doing anything, like me not taking action, not me not being petty back, and like 20% me giving. Like I would be petty back like once when it mattered, like when I had to. But this girl was just petty, just like that was her like breath, like that was just air to her. That was the oxygen to her. But to me, like I wasn't like 20% a little bit. And at the time, freshman sophomore year, I wasn't really that great at. I wasn't really that great at like sticking up for myself.
Got you.
Freshman sophomore year, like it was mostly like I would just hear what people had to say, and then it's like based on what they said, it was enough for me to be like, okay, so I'm gonna stay away from you, or I'm gonna rock with you, you know.
Got you.
But it was never. But like even when you have friends that you are like you do mess with, there are times where you do need to stick up for yourself. But like at
Exactly.
like freshman sophomore year, like that was not a thing.
Mm.
Sticking up for myself was not a thing. But don't get it twisted. There are times where I would be petty back. Like if I felt the need to be petty back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I mean, because sometimes like when somebody you give the energy. At times, like I always say this, you give the energy that you get. You know what I mean? Whatever energy you get, you give it back. So it makes sense, especially you being young. But it's pretty cool that now you realize these things, like you said before. You know how you have friends and you're just very careful. That's pretty cool because it's a lesson. But it was crazy how you was telling me to start being petty and go on to see what really made you get this girl out your life. You know what I mean? Like what happened?
Oh,
Yeah. So that's what we want to get to.
yeah. So like the thing with me is I know friendships are hard and it takes like
Right.
actual work to actually maintain it and to stay friends with people, which is what like I was willing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like we go to the same church. Like I'm
Right.
cool with these girls. At the end of the day, even though I did say all of these things about the pettiness and all of that, they were still good friends.
Got you.
She
Yo,
was still a good friend.
so the thing is like that too. I have, like, for example, I have friends like that too in the past. Um, and it's like, it was one time I had a friend of mine, and I can elaborate on this because us as guys too, we go through pettiness too. There's some, but some guys, some. It was one time, that friend wanted me to be around that friend. I'm not gonna get into it too much.
Mm-hmm.
And some reason, I was there supporting the person when they had special events. I was there, and me at the time, I didn't have it all together financially. You know what I mean? I don't have the support like that person did. But this person decided, because he had to go to surgery or whatever, and this person decided to hit me I hit him up. I seen him down the street, waved at him. He waved too, cool.
Yeah.
And he took it personal that I did not call him because he wanted me there while he had surgery.
Did he communicate that? Like, people need to understand that. Well, is that your friend?
Well, the thing is, at the time, I was the kind of person, right? I'm supporting him nonstop, right? He needed me 3 different events. I was there. Now, sometimes I can't say whatever, but I showed my presence, right? But it was that particular moment. I told him, I called him, like, hey, I'm not going to be able to be there. After he got the surgery, I called him and said, hey, everything is good with you? He said, cool. He have family members that's with him. But he was pissed at the fact that I couldn't be with him at that time. And plus, he said I stopped calling him. You know what I mean? So he started getting petty. 7 o'clock in the morning, started argument. Wanting an argument with me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got people around you, right? That's shitting on you. So that's why I could understand, when people starting to be petty, they start throwing shade at you.
Yeah.
And that's when you know, like, okay, cool. What is the problem? And they start throwing everything. And it is the problem too, right? Before you go into a situation, this is the problem with most people. They'll find every little thing you do as if you're the devil, but never.
Yes.
The thing is too, right? Us as being good human beings and being there, being a good friend, we see the flaws, but we decide to just let it rock because they are our friends. You know what I mean? And we just let it go. But the minute you mention what they say, oh, you're a fake. That's the problem I have. That's the problem with most people. You cannot let them know anything, and then they call you out on every little thing you do. So, I can understand. We all have our flaws. Like, for example, like you said, there situations where person called me out, I apologize, cool. But carry on, tell, I just had to throw it out there because to the viewers and subscribers, nobody is perfect. Nobody is a perfect friend. There's no such thing. We all have flaws. You know what I mean? As long us as people, we see our flaws and somebody call us out on it, right? Our friends, true friends, and we say, hey, you're woman enough, a man enough to say, hey, I apologize. At that moment, I was just excited, whatever, I had to.
Yeah.
Cool. But if you want to throw shade at me, or continue to be like I'm like an enemy, yeah, that's when it's time to just. But carry on. I just got a little excited right there. So. So tell them what happened. What really escalated?
Yeah.
What happened? What escalated for that to happen? You'd be like, yo, I'm just done. You just had to call them out.
Yeah. So basically, the moment I realized that I had to cut them off, that they were not real friends, was when I realized that they don't respect my boundaries. And the thing is, I was always the youngest one in the group. And mind you, one of them already had like 2 years on me.
Got you.
And the rest had 1 year on me. So I was the youngest. And mind you, I told you I came in freshman year and sophomore year not really knowing how to defend myself because I was sheltered at home. So I didn't really need to defend myself. Like, I'm not really doing anything. So, like, yeah, if I were to be honest, I was the most picked on in the group.
Got you.
I have suspicions as to why, but it is what it is. Like, it wasn't like a big deal to me. Like, Because at the end of the day, like when it's joking matter, like I can always take a joke and I could always joke back. So that wasn't really a big deal to me. But what really made me think was when I realized they don't respect my boundaries. Was when, so I have a car, and I drove that car when I was not supposed to drive it, like during the snow. I don't have snow tires. Like I didn't have snow tires at the time. So there was like I was not supposed to be out, you know?
Yeah,
but
sense.
I was like, let me go to work. Like, I gotta make this bread. It is what it is. I'm in New England. I should be used to this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my thought process. Like this is real life. This is what it is.
There's a life above.
Work, right? So I go to work, and I'm supposed to go down a hill. And that hill was covered in snow. And I didn't think it was a big deal because it was literally like a thin sheet of snow. It wasn't like heavy snow, just like a thin sheet of snow. Okay. But I went down the hill. So I'm going down the hill. So I went down the hill. Drive down the hill. Mind you, I'm not driving any more than like 20 miles per hour because at the end of the day, snow is falling, So I'm driving 20 miles per hour down the hill. So as I'm going down the hill, my car starts like sliding to the right with me. I'm like, I'm not turning my wheel. Why is my car going to the right? I start panicking. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm stepping on the brake. Mistake. I shouldn't have stepped on the brake because there's snow on the floor. I stepped on the brake. I kept sliding. I slid a bit more. I'm like, damn. And like, mind you, I am driving less than 20 miles per hour. So like, even though I'm sliding, I'm not gonna say I have control of the car, but I'm not. It's not like I'm zooming down the hill and like I'm about to hit something and just like die. No, that's not what the case was. It was just like I'm going down, but as I'm going down, I'm going this way and down, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Until I hit a pole. I hit a pole on the right side of my car. The right front light got yeah. So bumper messed up, messed up. So I'm like, damn. Call the cops. And the cops got into it because like he was not helpful at all. He's like literally telling me, oh yeah, you're gonna have to move your car. Oh really? Oh yeah. No, I thought I was supposed to leave my car here. Yeah, I was like, come on, like what are you like right now? I'm in a time of stress. And all you're telling me is, yeah, you gotta have to move your car. Yeah, you're gonna have to move your car. Yeah, you're gonna shut up. Like the cop was pissing me off. It happens. He came with like bad energy. Like he came with energy where like I can tell like he wanted to be top dog, but it's like ain't no top dog in this situation. My car is broke. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't care about top dog right now. I care about you helping me find a towing company to help me tow my car. That's it. And then so my car finally gets towed, and then I get it back because you gotta pay in cash. So I go to the bank, pull out my money, I get it back, and then oh no, yep, I get it back, but I'm driving it, but it's illegal because mind you, the front right light like broken, so it's an illegal. Like I'm driving it illegally. But from where the garage was and from where my school was, it was so close. And there, like I already know the area. I don't really see cops around there, so I was like, I think I can do it. I think I could do it. So I was like, okay. I drove the car off the lot, and that's exactly what I did. And I was using hand signals because like if your front light is broken, you gotta like you need to tell people that's behind you where you're going, obviously. So I'm using hand signals, and I'm trying to get there so quick so the cops don't stop me. And I finally get there, and I get in the garage, and I go to the top floor, like the toppest floor of the garage, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave it there, rack up my money. So I leave it there and I go to the people that like looked at my car. They were like, yeah, it's about like $650 worth of damages. That's how much we're going to charge you to fix it. I said, bet. Cool. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna leave it here until like I come up with the $650, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, like my remote was kind of losing its battery.
Mm-hmm.
So like it wasn't really turning, like it wasn't really like locking and unlocking correctly.
Okay.
So with that being said, like I didn't want my car to not be usable again. So
Got you.
I just left it on lock. But I kept
Mm-hmm.
it on the toppest floor of the garage, knowing that nobody really goes there.
Mm-hmm.
So one day, like I'm chilling, and then me and my sweet mate and I, like we work at the same job, like as CNAs.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, okay, we're going to work. So it's time for us to go to work. We hop in the car. We see a note in the car, like on the dash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the dash thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget like verbatim what the note said.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember like there was no sign, like no one signed it, like saying I'm this person and this person. It was just signed as yours truly. First initial thought in my head was, oh my goodness, someone went inside of the wrong car. This is probably like a white person that's trying, like, well, should I have not said that? This is like someone who's like, this is probably from another group of
Mm-hmm.
friends trying to go inside like another, like their friend's car. Like I'm thinking that's what it is, because mind you,
Okay.
this is my senior year and we have not talked like that.
Okay.
Me and those girls, we have not talked like that.
Mm-hmm.
They come to the dorm, they come to campus because they lived off campus, they had an apartment off campus, but they come
Got you.
to campus because they have classes, right?
Got you. Mm-hmm.
So they come to, because they have, yeah, class. And I lived on campus at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Never once did they ever hit me up talking about, hey, I'm coming up, or hey, can I hang with you, or hey, you want to hang out? Never. It was always like they come, they do what they got to do, and then they dip. And
Mm-hmm.
like over time, like because they, that was a thing, like it was just like, okay, like I guess it is what it is. And the thing is, I would always hit them and be like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, can I come over to your house? And they're like, yeah, you can come to my house.
You was reaching out to them, but they never hitting you up, you know.
Exactly. Like I
Gotcha.
reached out to them to come to their house all the time, but they never reached out to come to my dorm. I get it. It's a dorm. I get it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of crappy compared to your apartment. But at the end of the day, that's not what it's about. At the end of the day, it's about, are we friends? Do you want to chill with me? Like why are you within my premises
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to hang out? Like, but like
Got you.
I'm all the way on campus and you're all the way on the side of town and I'm reaching out to you guys to come to your crib.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, like the energy is not matching. And then they would only like hit us up like if they wanted to do laundry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But they never hit me for laundry. My sweet mate, yes, they did. But me, no.
Got you.
They never hit me for laundry. I don't know why that is. I kind of like that though, because like don't like text me or call me on some foo-foo lame crap. Like what? Like that's stupid. Like, oh, you want to use my card for laundry because I live here. I could have easily been like, no, y'all could go to the laundromat.
Yeah, I mean, it happens though. When you kind-hearted, that's what they do. They'll take advantage of every
Exactly.
bit you got. And so
And the thing is, I don't mind being kind-hearted. That's the person I want to be. I want to be kind. It's just I think I gave my kindness to the wrong set of people. That's just what it is. I don't want to change myself because of what I went through. But that's literally years of trauma that I'm gonna have to build on and then try to like unbreak again. Bro, no, it's all about healing. It's about, oh, they did me dirty. It is what it is, and keep it pushing. Like I'm still going to
okay.
keep my personality. I'm just going to give it to other people. Like, you know what I mean?
We're gonna keep that into conclusion. You know what I mean? But finish. Tell them what the story,
Yeah.
like what
So
lead to the note and everything. You have the note and then saying what you just said, and how did you get that note? Like, I'm sorry. How did you find out? That what was gonna happen? It was something that you found out.
yeah, so we were already late. Like I never, like whatever job I go to, like I'm never on time. So like we were already late. And then I was like, okay, so like we just gotta keep it pushing. Maybe someone got into the wrong car, but we gotta keep it pushing. So we went to work anyways. Next day, I hit up the girls and I'm just because I'm literally in front of campus police. And I'm literally about to go to campus police and be like, yo, someone broke inside of my car. Can you guys like look at the cameras? Because they have cameras in the garage. Like, can you guys look at the cameras, please? Because I really think someone broke inside of my car. And then, but literally right before I went there, I'm like, oh yeah, I know 2 other people in this city. Maybe it's them. So I texted them and they were like, yeah, ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, yo, I'm relieved because like I said, I'm stressing out who broke into my car. I'm stressing out and I'm about to go to the campus police and snitch. So like, and mind you, I'm like, Midgie, Salomon, and police doesn't mix. Like, I have no reason to call the police. I have no reason to ever get locked up. I have no reason to be associated with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me to go to campus police and be like, yo, someone broke inside of my car, that was already a lot for me, like, already.
Gotcha.
So, I was like, okay, da-da-da-da. And they're like, yeah, it was me, da-da-da. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you for telling me that, like, the relief. But like the thing is, I'm reacting to the relief that they like after I had asked, you know, yeah, it's them. I'm like, okay, kept it pushing. I'm in my room, so I parked back inside of a parking spot, and then I go to my room, and then my cousin calls me. He's like, yo, did you see Snapchat? I'm like, what's so special about Snapchat? Like, when I tell you I generally don't care about Snapchat like that. Like, so I'm like, what's so special about Snapchat? And he goes, check out friend number 1 story. I check friend number 1 story. Tell me why I see the 2 girls inside of my whip doing a TikTok dancing, going like this to my whip. Mind you, my car is broken. My car is broken. Yeah. It has not been repaired. Not in good condition. Like the remote thing does not work. I had to change my battery. I had a lot of so I bought that car used, so it was a lot of fixing I had to do with the car. But still, like that's none of your business though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, boundaries is boundaries. But like
boundaries,
yeah. So then the first time I seen it, I felt some type of way first time I seen it. I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, I'm not comfortable with this. Like, what is going on? So then I asked my cousin. My cousin's like, oh, Midgie, you're overreacting. They're only doing that because they're friends with you. Only because they know they can get inside of your car because y'all are friends. So I'm taking what he's saying into consideration. I'm like, okay, you're right. Okay. I went home to be alone, to think about it in peace. I did not feel okay about it. It was not okay. It was not. Oh.
I mean, you can't feel okay about somebody breaking into your car and put a note, and then the thing too. I could defend your cousin in some type of way. Maybe he probably didn't know the situation that you were going through with friend number 1. So that's probably why he's seen it. Like, if she didn't do all these type of things, cool. Probably, you are, even me. That's still kind of off. But like, let's say she wasn't so petty and she wasn't coming at you these type of ways, you could have let it slide a little bit. Okay, cool. But she wasn't really coming over.
The thing is, like, I was willing. I mean, I don't know about let it slide, like, because I told them, I was like, yo, like, guys, like, I don't. But like, okay, I can't leave out a piece of detail. Like I was kind of sending mixed signals because that time when I was with my cousin, I did end up liking that video on Instagram. So yes, that's me. I did do that because my cousin was like, yo, it's nothing, it's not deep. So, and I'm agreeing with him. I'm okay, you're right. So I liked it because it wasn't just them in my car. Like, they were doing other things too, and I thought it was funny. Like, the beginning was funny. So like, I liked it. So like, on their point of view, I probably do look dumb because I had liked it and then I recanted. You know what I'm saying? But like, it was because like I was getting talked into it and I was like, okay, you're right. Yeah, it's nothing. But then I go home and I'm like, nah, this is not right. This is not right. What was I agreeing to? What was I liking? This is not it. Not it. So then I went to go tell them.
Mm-hmm.
And but I was kind of like scared to tell them because I was like, damn, this is mixed signals. Because like I said, they peeped that I liked it and everything. But then out of nowhere, I want to come up and just say what I'm saying. So like I get what they're like. I mean, they never said that to me, but like if I were in their shoes, I would literally think, Midgie, like you're giving mixed signals. Like, what is this?
Gotcha.
But like at the end of the day, I did tell them I didn't like it and I was serious. Like I had a real talk with them. I'm like, yo, like this is not cool. My car is not even 100% fixed. Like my car is literally on its dying breath. I'm using it to get from point A to point B, but it's not like a joke right now, like, you know? And then their first argument was, why was it unlocked? Why does that matter to you? Why were you touching it? What do you mean, why was it unlocked? Why were you touching it? You wouldn't have known it was unlocked had you not touched it, is my thing, you know? And then on top of that, I brought up the fact that they had left a note, but like, I didn't know it was like, just because y'all said yours truly, it could be like, that's, Kieski, who's yours truly? Who? Y'all didn't sign y'all names. Like, y'all did not tell me who it was. Yours truly, it could be anybody. What if I was talking to somebody at the time and I seen yours truly? I'm like, oh, babe. Or what if like my original thought was it was probably like the wrong person broke into the wrong car. That was my original thought. So like maybe like it's a friend telling another friend like yours truly or something. But at the end of the day, I don't know who. There's no name, no nothing. So I brought all that up, and then they ended up apologizing. Like the friend number one apologized. Friend number two kind of gave me a hard time about it, and was like, "Oh, well, I apologize if you felt this way." And I'm like, "Okay, well, you're weird. I'm gonna keep it pushing." Okay. And then after that, I started to notice like petty little things. Like they wanted to invite me to like dinner, but they wouldn't invite my sweet mate. They wouldn't invite me to go to like no events, but they would invite my sweet mate. So then that's when I'm just like, okay, that's weird. But like I kept it pushing because at the end of the day, I knew it was time for me to cut it off with them because like they gave me weird vibes, you know, from that situation. And on top of that, like I said, even though they came on campus, they never really made an effort to come see me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was not the same. So then I already knew like it was already off, whatever. Then came time for like they had lived with another suite mate, like another roommate that me and my suite mate were really cool with. And we would hang out with this person all the time. And I know they lived there, but I didn't come there. I didn't come to that house for you two. I came to the house for this person, for the other person, the third roommate. And then what had happened was one day we went to go chill with the other roommate, the third roommate. The house wasn't up to par. It wasn't the cleanest, but at the end of the day, it's our friend's crib, so it's like it's whatever, you know. We leave, and then friend number two texts my sweet mate and is like, "Did y'all just come to the house?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then she goes, "And y'all didn't come say hi?" We're like, "Well, we come to your crib, and you want us to go fetch you in your crib? Make it make sense." If you knew we were here, you had suspicions we were here, why you ain't come out of your room and come talk to us? What is this, queen treatment? Like, no, I don't live for you. I don't live to go look for you. You know I'm in your house. I'm in your house.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I didn't come for you. But if I'm in your house and then you knew you was gonna feel some type of way about us not saying hi, you need to come out and come say, because I'm not going around your whole crib and being like, hey guys, like where is this person? Like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't do that. I came here to chill with person number 3. You heard stuff, you hear commotion, you come out. You come out. Like that's just, I don't know. That's just how I feel like it should be because like I said, the vibes were already off. And I had like when we had previously gone to the crib, we had already said, before, like I'm not like if we knock on your door, no answer, that's it. I'm not gonna open your room. I'm not gonna open your door. That's like invasion of privacy. If I knock on your door, mind you, that day I went to go see person number 3, we knocked on that door. No answer. Cool. Whatever. wanted to make a huge commotion. I was like, nah, I'm not in this. Come to find out, bro, I was in it.
Wow.
I'm like, why am I in this drama? Like, what is this?
That's crazy. So what was the so what we're gonna do now? We're gonna talk about the conclusion. Like, what made you? Did you continue talking to her, or you just dead dumb? Like, what did you?
So I had cut them off, but they had requested a talk, so I went to their crib to go have a talk. Mind you, when I went to their crib, I did not go to their crib to try and like hear you out or hear me out or something. I only came here with one intention, which is why y'all acting weird, and if this friendship is over, let me know, because I'm okay with that. Like, I have no problem with that. That's the intention I came with to the crib. I get to the crib, both of them are some foo-foo lame crap, trying to seek validation from each other. Oh no, you didn't do this. Oh, you did this, this, and that. That's why we did this. Yo, me and my teammate are looking at each other like, what are y'all even saying right now? Like, at this point, y'all are literally making things just to make y'all self look good and be right. So then after that, I brought up my car situation, and then they were like, oh yeah, about that, I feel like you pulled that out of your butt. I'm like, oh hell no, you did not just say that to me. And then the other girl said, yeah, no cab, after you had brought that up, I had already like cut you off. I'm like, that's so crazy, you had cut me off. Like, I didn't know. Why am I here? Why am I here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I did not come here to mend anything. I did not come here to hear y'all out. I only came here for one thing.
Just so they could throw rocks at you, you know?
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. So then I was like, I didn't even finish the talk with them, like, because I had gotten like frustrated with the fact that, wow, for 4 years I thought these girls were friends with me, but at the end of the day, they can't respect my boundary. My simple boundary is, don't go in the car if my car is broken. Like, and don't try to come up with excuses as to why you guys felt like it was okay to go inside of my car. And that's exactly what they did. They were making, like, they were like, oh, you should have locked your door. Why isn't your door locked? Mind your business. That's none of your business. And the fact that they were like, oh, you and 700 other people liked our Instagram. I took my like back. And no, I didn't like your Instagram, because at the end of the day, I still came to you about it. And I was like, y'all, actually, this is kind of like lame. Like, I don't mess with that.
Oh, you like back?
Bro.
Oh. My bad. I mean, that is serious though. I never heard that. I mean, it's true though. You think you're like, that's funny. I gotta use that. So, nah, you like back. I like that. That was funny. That was funny. I took you like back. Oh, good.
I took it back, because at the end of the day, the only reason why I gave it was because, like, my cousin was in my head telling me, bro, it's nothing. And I wanted to believe that it was nothing, but the way I was feeling, it wasn't nothing. So I went to go address it, and then they want to act like I pulled that out of my butt, because they don't want to take accountability. And they had said sorry, but like, it was a backhanded sorry. So that's when I was like, okay, like, I see how y'all are. That's okay. Like, I see how y'all are. Y'all can keep being that way. Like, keep going. Keep going. But like, at the end of the day, I'm removing myself from this, because listen, my boundaries matter. If my car is broken and I don't want you to get in it, that's it. That's it. That is it. And I don't owe you an explanation as to why my car is unlocked. Like, mind your business. That's none of your business. Like, if I wanted to tell you, I would have told you, y'all are my friends. And if I wanted to confide in you, and I would have confided in you. But no, I didn't. So mind your business. So and then after that, that's when, like, I had asked straight up, like, bro, I'm only here to know, is our friendship revoked or not? And then she was like kind of going around it, and I just kept saying the same thing: is our friendship revoked or not? Is our friendship revoked or not? And then she goes, yes, I revoked our friendship. I said, thank you, bye. I'm not going to sit here and beg for a friendship. And friend number two, literally brainless, literally just follows friend number one, no cap. Because I had no beef with friend number two, no beef.
Gotcha.
But because, like, you know, they're the same, they want to be like the same, I guess I cut them both off, because they're literally the same to me. So That's when I just left the crib. Like I wasn't even gonna have like any more conversations with them. But my sweet mate was still in there, and then my sweet mate ended up telling me that they told her that she should have told me. Oh no, Midgie, it's nothing. Oh, like you're overthinking. Like it's just a car. Like we're friends. That's why. Like that was my sweet mate. Like that's what they wanted my sweet mate to tell me. And that's when I was like, bro, no boundaries, and you want to gaslight me, bro? What?
But you know what though? It's a good thing that you cut them off, and you know now you're at peace. You have friends around you, you know, that are meant to be in your life. You know, you look out for each other, and you know if you have friends like that, you don't need enemies. You know, exactly. So the thing is, to make this in conclusion, you know, cool. We know nobody's perfect. You know, you admitted that. You know, you ain't had to bring it up. You ain't had to bring up what you did. You know your flaws or anything, but you did because you know that you're not perfect, right?
Yeah.
So even though you apologize, you know it's your flaws. You know you didn't have no pride or anything, and they were being petty with you. And of course, like any other people, like they have friends, they have people that are in relationships, they're petty towards each other. It happens, you know? But when somebody is just petty towards every little thing and so offensive, that's when you realize that you got to distance yourself from these type of people. You know, because friends do argue, family do argue, but there's always a solution to everything. There's a limit, of course.
There's a limit to the disrespect as well. Like, there's no way, like, they're just gonna go run around, like, have their loose lips and just say anything to you. Like, if you do, that just means that you don't have respect from the get-go.
There's no one, for example, you just said there's a limit to disrespect. You're not supposed to be disrespected at all. There's a point in life there, in relationships, that you can disrespect that, because it comes to a point where feelings get involved, right? And you can say things that what's not meant to. You can say things that you're not meant to say. It happens, but when it's happening consistently, that means it was meant to happen. That person did it on purpose, you know. And it's good that you cut them off, right? And then now they also what they did, they went to your friend and they want your friendship back. They hate you, right? But they want your friendship. Right? They hate you and they want your friendship.
I didn't think they wanted my friendship. Like, I don't even know why I was there. Like, I keep thinking about it. Like, why was I, I don't even think they wanted my friendship.
You have to understand, too, some type of envy, you know, because if they calling you over and they want to talk to you just to throw rocks at you, they're trying to destroy you.
Exactly. That's not friends.
Yeah, that's not friends, but they want to destroy you. So they have some type of energy. You have some type of energy that they like, that they want, and they just want to see you hurt, you know, because they can't break you, you know. So I'm happy, you know, these viewers. Okay, you know, the reason why we talk about this, right? Because there's a lot of people, right? And when I mean people, young women are just like you, young men, you know, not particularly in the same position that you were in, but people are bullies, you know. People that you think that you're friends, they're not your real friends. They're not your friends. It don't have to be friends. It can be family members, you know. And the smartest thing you did, as I stated in the previous video, you ghost them. And this is why I said, I always say this. When you let people go that are hurting you and they're trying to destroy you, you let them go, that's when your blessings will come. You're going to have friends that come into your life, you feel like they family, whatever. And you're going to feel like you're going to feel so comfortable. You're going to see blessings come for you, because you have to remember that energy that you were giving them, you seen that you couldn't prosper because you were giving your energy. You were so frustrated. You were thinking of ways to get at them and say things to them that took you off your guard on what you're really supposed to do. So, you know, come on, give it applause. Come on, pause. Come on. That you know, because most people, you have to remember too, there's some people that in life, even though they're going through that BS, they'll still continue to be friends with them, because I don't want to let them go. You know what I mean? You know, we came from the same place. You know, right? We came from the same place. We should stick together. Things
I can't relate.
Nah,
I can't relate.
there's people that's like that, and whoever is listening to this, use this as an example. And that's another thing too, Midgie. Be careful. You know what I mean? Type of friends you got, and for example, like you said before, when people tell you something, keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? And just keep it cool. And I really applaud you for that. And that took a lot for you to say that you notice your flaws, what you did, what was wrong.
Oh yeah,
and
it wasn't just about them. I'm not gonna lie. Like
that's good because there's young women that don't admit their faults. Vice versa, guys. So,
but the thing is, like, I'm too grown. Like, when people talk about women like that, like, I just look at them and I'm just like, bro, don't generalize us all because I'm not like that. I'm too grown to care. Like, bro, like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are they gonna do? Shoot me? Fight me? No, like, I will come clean. Like, y'all want to know what I did? I will tell you what I did because I'm not like, what are y'all gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what makes you different than the rest. You know what I mean? That's what makes you different than the rest because you know your flaws. And then when you know your flaws, you have to work. Like me, I have my flaws too. You know what I mean? Everybody got their flaws, but what's important is that you work on them and know that you're not perfect. So other than that, that's the conclusion of the video, and I enjoyed it. Of course, you had to break it down. I visualized it like you going down the snow.
Yeah.
I visualize because people need to hear this, because everybody wants to be heard. And what I want to do, Midgie, I want to share this with you because we chat all the time. I want to create a service in the future, when things build up, and I could have people call in to me, and we could talk about things like that. You know what I mean? Men or women, cool. You know what I mean? So I just want to share that with you. And it's good that you got this out. And how do you feel? How do you feel that you talked about this? How do you feel? You feel good? Do you feel comfortable? Like, how you feel? Did you use a relief?
Not really, because like this happened like a while ago, and I had already spoken to it with me and my sweet mate because we were the two that went through it together. So like when I tell you we were talking within each other, we were talking within each other. However, I never once wanted to go on social media to go post it on social media because like at the end of the day I don't want to invite people inside of my business, and I don't want people like asking me like why this, why that, why like my business, so like I already had like gotten out my frustration with my sweet mate because she had already gone with it. Like we went through it together, and like, and I didn't like, bro, I will always choose to be the Beyonce of the group. Like I'm not going to speak on it in public, but I will with my sweet mate. However, like I agreed to do this video because I had already like I'm healed, like I'm done, like I'm not even hurt about it anymore. So like I'm just like, bro, why not? Like if someone is going through something like this, like maybe it'll help them to be like, bro, maybe I need to cut them off because trust me, you need to cut them off because it's not worth it. So like I didn't really come here with like my own intentions to just like let steam off or whatever, but I just came here just to like tell the story, and like maybe someone that's going through something similar will be like, damn, okay, I need to change, like I need to cut them off. I just wanted to say that for those of you who are out there going through like horrible relationships, like friendships, not even just like romantic ones, like friendships, because those matter too. Those matter like by a law. But if you're going through a toxic friendship, I promise you it's better to just let them go and find better friends that are more fitting for you, that like understands your boundaries and understands that not everything is about them, and like accountability is a thing, because when it comes to a relationship, whether it's friendship or romantic, always keep in mind that accountability always matters, because at the end of the day, who's going to take you serious if you blame everything on other people? Like, we're not children. That's what children do, So like take accountability for your actions, because yes, everyone knows, everyone messes up. It's okay. We're all human. Everyone messes up. Take accountability. And if they're treating you like you're an option, or like you're horrible, or like they don't respect you, like you see it evident, leave. Get new friends. I promise you, they will not benefit you. They will cause you stress. get better friends that are stress-free and understand you, because I promise you, that's the way to live. And that's just all I have to say.
All right. That's just all I have to say. All right, amen to that. Amen to that. And also, Midgie, put down. It's going to be in the description, but your social media, all your information, people can reach you.
Oh yes, please follow me on Instagram. Yes, follow me on Instagram, Midgie with 3 underscores. My name is spelled MID as in dog, G as in goat, IE with 3 underscores. Please follow me. It says, I think I'm public right now, but like you'll see like it's me. But like, yes, please follow me on Instagram. Also, like, if you're a female on this, like watching this video, I sell wigs. I have a company, Queen M Hair and Beauty. If it's something that you're into, please shoot me a DM on the original Instagram. I'm still trying to build, like I'm still growing. So shoot me a DM on Midgie with 3 underscores, and I promise I'll see it and I'll get back to you. But yeah, guys, always stay classy, stress-free, and stay beautiful and blessed.
All right. And again, Midgie, just let you know, I'm gonna put it in the description. Yeah. All right. So you can just send the information. Yeah. And I'll put everything in the description area. And even if they got their girls, if I mean, nowadays guys are wearing wigs too, they go get it too. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to discriminate. Anyone that wears wigs, I got you.
Wigs, and then also, that's about it. Then please like, share, subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. See you in the next video. Peace.
Bye. Stay classy, guys. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Bye.